The jury in the trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West resumed deliberations at about 9 a.m. on today, May 18th, 2023. This is the second day of deliberations as the jury received the case late Tuesday afternoon. The jury left for its mid-morning break, which typically lasts about 15 minutes. After the break, the jury was led back to the jury room to resume deliberations. The jury left for lunch, set to return at 1:30 p.m. Once the jury's lunch break was over, they returned to the jury room. We were not told of any new notes this morning. A note came from the jury at 1:48 p.m. They asked for clarification as to which charges applied to which child. A verdict has not been reached at this point. The jury also asked if instruction 1B can be considered for count 5, the second count of second-degree murder. As I don't have a copy of the lengthy jury instruction, I'm not sure what that means. There was also clarification asked for and a third question. Again, the exact details of which were not read in court. But Judge Charles R. Brimmer said his response would say the answer may be found in their jury instructions. As to the first question, about which charges apply to which child, Brimmer is sending a note telling the jury counts 1 through 3 apply to Orrin, counts 4 through 6 apply to Orson, and the 7th count relates to making a false report to law enforcement, which applies to both boys. Counts 1 through 3 are second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, and willful cruelty to a child. Counts 4 through 6 are conspiracy to commit murder, second-degree murder, and willful cruelty to a child. Another note was sent at 2:55 p.m., making reference to part of the instructions, asking if it is only an overt act that makes it a guilty verdict. Brimmer sent back a response, and the jury is continuing to deliberate. Again, there is no verdict at this point. The attorneys have left the courtroom. The jury then left for their mid-afternoon break, expected to be back in 15 minutes. The jury returned from its break and resumed deliberations. The jury is about to be released for the day. They're returning at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. The bailiff said the reason for the late start is there are some scheduling issues in the morning. The jury has left for the day. So far, they've deliberated about 5 hours. There was an early morning update on today, May 19th, 2023, just before I posted yesterday's updates. Court officials sent the following email at 8:52 a.m. this morning. Media to be present at 11 a.m. in D4 today, May 19th, with cameras if they wish to film based upon prior court orders. The email did not specify that a verdict has been reached in the trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West, but the court has previously said filming would only be allowed during opening statements, closing arguments, and a verdict or other outcome in the case. The Wests are charged with second-degree murder and other offenses in the deaths of Orrin 4 and Orson 3, also known as Classic and Sincere. The boys' bodies have not been found. Prosecutors allege the boys were killed 3 months before the Wests reported them missing. Defense counsel says the boys were taken from their backyard by an unknown person or persons, and the Wests have nothing to do with their disappearance. Several people have already gathered outside the courtroom ahead of the 11 a.m. hearing. Defense attorney Timothy Hennessy, lead counsel for Trezell West, showed up outside Department 4, but the doors to the courtroom are still locked. He moved on to another courtroom. This is the morning update. I'll keep you posted. I will go live as soon as a verdict is in. And I'll see you in the comments, beautiful people. Justice for the boys.